tell you a story. Okay, so you don't have to take notes on this at all. Those of you that are taking notes, just seriously, you don't have to write anything down for the rest of the time that we're going to be on this call, because I'm simply going to tell you a story that I came across a few years ago, and it's a story of going the extra mile. And when I walk through this story with you guys, I want you to apply this to the way that you live your life. And are you going the extra mile, or do you constantly look for shortcuts? Okay? So just keep that in mind as I kind of walk through and I tell you this story. But the story is about a lady who was walking around in a department store. And it was pretty apparent that this lady was just wasting time going from counter to counter. And she stopped at a particular counter, and this young man said, "Can I help you?" And the lady said no, she was just killing time waiting for the rain to stop so that she could go home. Well, the young man offered her a chair and something to drink. Well, when the rain stopped, the young man walked her to her car, but before she left, the lady asked the store clerk for his card, and then she drove away. Well, several months later, the store received a letter asking that the young store clerk be sent to Scotland to take an order for furnishing a home. Well, the owner of the store wrote back saying that the young man did not work in home furnishings, but he would be happy to send an experienced man to help with the order. Well, back came another reply, because obviously, guys, there was no internet, and I don't even think there were phones invented yet, so this is all through the mail. Back came a reply stating that no one would do except the young man. And the letter was signed Andrew Carnegie. And the house that was to be furnished was Skibo Castle. Now, the elderly lady was Andrew Carnegie's mother. Now, hopefully everybody on this call knows who Andrew Carnegie is. If you're younger, you're going to go, "Oh yeah, Carnegie Hall in New York." It's like, yes, that's Andrew Carnegie's creation, but Andrew Carnegie was in the steel business, okay? And he was one of those guys that literally helped build America with his steel companies in Pittsburgh. Well, the young man was sent to Scotland to receive an order for several $100,000. And later, the young man became half owner of the store because of the size of that order. So apparently, it pays to go above and beyond, you know? And you think about what this young store clerk did. He didn't do very much, you guys. He didn't do very much. He was just being a kind human, asking an elderly lady if she would like to sit down, if she would like something to drink. "Can I walk you to your vehicle?" And then she drove off. And I think even the story, I think I missed this part of the story, that because it was raining, he had an umbrella and he walked her to the car, and she was able to drive home. And so you sit back and go, do you do that? The story really should remind you to pay attention. Pay attention to people around you, and go that extra mile. Hearing the story today might make you look for ways to reach out to other people. I certainly hope it does. I certainly hope it does, because this young store clerk, and I don't have the name of who this guy was or anything like that, but the point is, it's if you just look for reasons to be nice to people and to be kind, you will be rewarded. And it might not happen, right away. I mean, this guy received, the letter several months later. And he's probably like, what the heck? He probably didn't even realize what he did with this elderly lady, but look how it came back. He was able to furnish Andrew Carnegie's castle, and as a result of that, became half owner of the store that he worked at. So when you're out and about today, just be aware. Just be aware of things that you can do to help other people. And don't look for a return. Don't look for a return at all. Because if you help somebody looking for a return, it's not going to happen. Karma's tricky. Karma's like, nah, you're looking for something in return. That's not going to work. But help somebody today without any possibility of getting something in return. And I promise you guys, it'll come back to you. It'll come back to you. It might not come back to you today. It might not come back to you tomorrow. It might not come back to you in the next 12 months. but somewhere down the line, it's going to come back to you. So, what I want you guys to do is look for reasons to help people today. And if you develop that, just have that mindset that says, I'm going to go above and beyond. I'm going to go the extra mile and see if I can help somebody today. And it's the old saying, I think my parents always said to me, Steve, it's better to give than it is to receive. And I always used to think, how can that possibly be true? As a 6 or a 7-year-old little boy, I'm like, Mom, no, it's way better to get presents than to give presents. And it's like, nope. She was spot on. It is so much better to give than it is to receive. And when you have these random acts of kindness, it does something to you. It just gives you that warm feeling inside, and especially if you're not looking for a return. But I'm here to tell you guys, it will come back to you. It absolutely, positively will come back to you. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Make it a productive day, and go change somebody's life.